Welcome to episode 79 of Project 𝐓𝐡𝐞𝐌, where we get our wasted radioactive bees and wasted combs. So let's see how we do it, and I'll see you in the episode. All right, our first thing we want to do today is get into the entangled blocks. Entangler, entangler blocks is something that used to be in Thaumcraft. It's a block that gives your already 6 blocks 6 more sides. And how we use it is we use this entangler binder. We right click the block we want and click the entangled button. And now whenever we look at that, we see that it's connected to this one by that highlighted. So yeah. Uh, it acts as this block, and on top of that, my understanding is it works cross dimension. So here we go. Let's go over here to the old base where our radiation is set up. I want to set this up so that pressurized tube right here. We can start building up some waste in it. So we can see this. Yeah, I didn't scram that. Let's see here. I'm in a bottle. Hit this a few times. Get that nuclear waste out of there. There we go. Now there should be some waste in the pipe. We can see that by coming down here. Yeah, we see that there's 3,000 millibuckets of nuclear waste. So if we set this right there with a pressure tube on top of it, it is going into that bucket over in the compact world. Oh, also another thing I want to point out is I extended the amount of chunks, force loaded chunks, because this is a private server. I can do that. It is just through the ftb command. Chunks admin extra force load chunks, then the person's name you want, and you can add, get, or set how many they have. So I could go in here, set this to 100, and if we look in here, now I have the ability to force load 125 chunks. All right, so I did that because I was running out of chunks. Okay, so we've got nuclear waste in here, and we have radioactive bees. We are trying to get the wasted radioactive bees by them absorbing radiation from the surrounding area, which, if you've read that, requires us to have radioactive bees. We're going to put on the hazmat suit here. And we are going to set out a couple radioactive bees. I want to get a couple wasted radioactive bees before we go on. So, with our radiation suit on, we see this nuclear waste has built up. We can break that and we can set down the barrel again right there. And it should start killing off our bees. And the bees have a chance. Let's see here. Do we have any honey treats on us? Not honeycombs, honey treats. Shoot. If we give them honey treats, I'm just making sure he doesn't die right away. And hopefully he becomes a wasted radioactive bee. And the reason why we want wasted radioactive bees is, like I said, we're running low on nuclear waste, so I would love to be able to get the wasted radioactive bees. I don't know. Do they have to die? Well, let's look at that wasted radioactive bees. Radioactive bees dying to radiation have a chance to turn into wasted radioactive bees. So, yeah, they have to not die. So, I'll be back. I'm gonna give this guy honey treats until he turns into a wasted radioactive beast. We'll see if that actually works. I'll be right back. Okay, guys, we're back. None of the 12 bees I had, or 10 bees that I put out, made the thing we needed. So I decided to bring in the breeding chamber in here and the baby incubator. What I'm going to do is set them roughly about 3 spaces in and add flux points to both of these guys so that they're getting powers. Power, not powers. Some red EMC links. And then put those guys there. Separate them. Make sure that each of these are pulling. I'll put honey treats into this one, which will allow this to fill up with honey treats. And I will put poppies into this one, so this will fill up with poppies. Okay. I'm just waiting to see if this actually works to fill up both of these spots. Yes, okay, it will fill up both spots. And then I can put the radiation bees back into here to produce radioactive bees. Okay, Next, I need to pull the I need B cages to go into here. So we got us another one of these, and we're going to set this up with B cages. Lost sight of those for just a split second, and that should keep this full of B cages. Good, good. All right. So what we're going to do is set this up. It's going to breed them. We're going to take them out of here with this pipe, and they're going to get put into the baby incubator, which we'll put the speed upgrades into. And next, we need a modular router, which looks like we can actually teach our transmutation table how to make these. I do want the breaker module, and we'll say placer module. I have an idea for one of these. We're just going to set this up real quick. Did we not get the placer module? All right, there we go. Trying to remember how this works. Breaker, placer. I'm trying to remember modular routers here, guys. It was a bit ago since we played with them on the other thing. So we've got an adult bee here. We're going to need something that's going to pull the adult bees out of here and right-click them into this world. So we can get radioactive bees. Should not be all that hard to figure out something. Trying to remember here. Modular routers. Is there something that we need to do to set them up? Place an item. Configure direction. How do we configure direction again? Because we want it to break it and then place this. I need to pause and look this up and remember how to set this up. I will be right back, folks. Okay, okay. Think figured it out. And we want to open this up and tell it that on the front side here, it's where we want it to break. And on the placer side, we want to do the right click on that and tell it to place on the front side. So we can do that. And yeah. It's going to break it and place it. And yeah. Building up waste in this area relatively at a decent pace. We can see the radiation exposure. It's really high right there. Now for this one, we want a modular router. We want a pooler. And I think the one we want is an activator module. I think that's right here. So we'll set down a modular router here. Right click this with the pooler module, right? Does pooler not work on this? Huh. Well, let's try the activator module. See if we place that in there. And we put in the adult B into it. On the front. There we go. We've got a radiation B coming out. So we just need to get it into the buffer. So what if we just put a pipe there for right now? Because Melkor is really bad at modular routers, apparently. All right, so we've got this running over here, breaking that, putting in the radiation into this system here. About 9 hours of radiation, and we saw that it just went up. So we just gotta wait until these guys get adults, enough of them to become adults. So I will be right back once we get our first wasted radioactive bee. All right, guys. After a little bit of time in bottle, we've got us a couple of wasted radioactive bees, and we're gonna capture our first two here. Okay, and we're gonna take these two out. We're gonna stick the two wasted radioactive bees, which should get a wasted radioactive bee right there. So let's hit this with a little time in the bottle. Speed it up. And you see that it gives us a wasted radioactive bee. So just now the wasted radioactive bees are going to start populating this. I think we just want a total of, let's see here. I think roughly about 10 of these advanced archives should work, and we can hold 5 in there. No. We'll go 5 to start with. So we need 25 of these guys. So we can break the flower adding. Okay. We have 2 in this one. 1 flying around. 4 in here, so that's 5. So and we have 2 setting in here already, so there we go. Now we've got enough wasted radioactive bees to start producing enough honeycombs for this. So let's get this up, and like I said, I want 5 of these and 5 of these expansion blocks. And I think we want 5 or a lot of these speed upgrades. Alright, that should be enough speed upgrades. If not, we'll add more. We'll set them all along this wall. Okay. Expansion box can go on top of these guys. And we can give these the 5 of these. Okay, so we need 8 more. 8 more speed upgrades. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go for that one. And so, yeah, we've got wasted radioactive bees. Now, the best question is, why Malkor? Why do you want wasted radioactive bees flying around your base? Is there a massive reason behind this? And as soon as one of these guys, this guy, okay. See, they produce these wasted radioactive combs. With these wasted radioactive combs, we can take them to a chemical oxidizer, and we get 1,000 nuclear waste. So that's 3,000 nuclear waste right there in my hand. Right, these guys are done. They can be put back into the world. And, yeah, I want a storage drawer in here. Functional drawer. At functional, we can go with a regular 1x1 chest. Let's remove our armor from here. And we'll set the wasted combs in here. On top of this, we'll set these up here. We're up to 15 wasted, so now all we need is the not linking, but the other one. All right, so we can now have these bees. They're producing a lot of waste for us. And we're getting the pollen puffs. Okay, so that is going to be a waste material for us. So we're going to add another one of these chests, downgrade, and a void upgrade. And yeah, see the pollen puffs get in there. Waste, downgrade, lock. Okay, so we'll probably never need these pollen puff balls, but it's good to keep them out of the beehives because, well, yeah, stuff. Let's just make sure that this chunk is loaded. Okay, it is force loaded. We have 36 of these combs. So what we're going to do now is set up a wireless connector here. We're going to get a storage bus. Waiting. Okay. And some cables. All right. We'll put a storage bus there. Cables here. We need the wireless linking. Okay, so it's bound to this area. And personal shrinking device, get out of this nuclear waste zone. And we got the hiccups right now. Oof. Place that right there. Wireless. Wireless connectors must be in the same dimension. Okay. Okay, we've got this. We've got this. We have us another entangled block. Because apparently we can't cross-dimension those type of things, so... But... we can cross-dimension... entanglers. And... since we can't cross-dimension this... where is it? Where is it? There it is. Get out of the box. Alright, we can set up the entangled box right here. That, okay, and see that it's connected to the compact drawer. The wireless here. No, not there. The wireless there. The cable there. The wireless bound to there. And there. And now we should see the wasted radioactive combs in there. Yep, there we go. We have wasted radioactive combs. All right, so now that we've got the wasted radioactive combs, we need a way to use them. So we're going to come over here to this base. And I will probably like set up more of these nuclear or solar neutron reactors and isotopic centrifuges once I can. But we're going to first scram this so we can empty out this line. And I will be right back once that happens. Okay, I slept through the night. We got those guys. We're going to get these moved. And, oh, these guys need to be emptied. So, invert. Okay. Because with how much of this nuclear waste we're going to get, it's going to overflow our system quickly. And we got to make sure that the pressurized tubes when we're moving have new nuclear radiation in them. Even though we're wearing the radiation suit, just one little small mess up can really mess up a lot. Okay, so we no longer need to run this anymore with the amount of waste we're going to be getting. All right, so we're going to say stone blocks. Stone. Here it is, stone bricks. It's bricks, not blocks. Okay, so we can break these guys. I mean, we could go with antimatter this way now with a lot of it, but it's really, really not needed. So I'm going to set up the solar. Didn't we have 3 solar neutron collectors in our inventory? There they are. All right, so we set up these 3 solar neutron collectors. We set them too far forward. Okay, so we'll set up the solar neutron collectors this way. We'll add more along this line, and we'll add plenty of isotopic centrifuges. Right, say right along here, so we can set up the isotopic centrifuges. I'm not sure which one's the input and which one's the output. Okay, so this one has the input on that side. So the input is this side is the front. Okay, so this will be the input, or yeah, this will be input, and we'll output to the back. All right. And we'll set up multiple isotopic centrifuges this way. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to do it, but we're gonna figure it out because I think the isotopic centrifuges need power. Yeah, they need power, so um pipes. Pressurized pipes. Tubes, that's it. Tubes. And I'm going to set up the centrifuges, which we will take the nuclear waste, which requires chemical oxidizers. That's it. Chemical oxidizers. Which we should already know how to make. We want 4 of them. Sure, why not? We'll set them up. Um, okay, so we'll set this all up here. Get these all rotated. There we go. One of the downfalls of playing on your own private server. So we'll have probably power going into the top of these with flux points. And we'll have exporters going into the back of these, feeding the wasted combs. And so it will pretty much do this. We can speed this up with speed upgrades and energy upgrades. And we'll be able to do that with all of these guys. So like we can get some cables out here. We have some ultimate cables here. And that's going to feed into this, making polonium over here. This is going to get some and make plutonium. Yeah, it's going as fast as it can right now. We'll have to speed this up, but that's fine. That's something that I can do offline between episodes. Get the rest of this set up here for you guys. I just wanted to show you how I'm going to do this. This is the ultimate pressure tubes that we're going to run. We're going to set this one up first before we get the next one because this is the waistline. And there we go. We want to set these up so that they do not connect except to that machine. And I'm not sure how much polonium that this can handle at a time, but we'll figure it out. But that's going to make our polonium pellets a lot quicker, which is going to make our singularities a lot quicker. So, yeah. I'm going to have to probably wire this up on the bottom inserting. So, with that being said, guys, thank you for hanging out. If you like this episode, hit that like button. If you dislike this episode, hit that dislike button. Doesn't hurt my feelings. It helps me out. And leave a comment down below with why you disliked it. And until next time, later, Gators.